Good morning. How are you doing today? It's Mary Jo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, a little cockeyed there, I see. A little and totally different angle today. So, so we've got some transits going on right now that are pretty big, and they could, for some, could maybe trip us up a little bit. But so we've got Pluto retrograde going back into Capricorn. He kind of waffles back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius until the end of 2024. So, we've had Pluto in Capricorn since 2008. Yeah, and if you're a Capricorn, raise your hand. Fellow Capricorn. It has been a pretty wild ride. So for the last 18 years, right now we are being given opportunities to really go back and reflect and clean up anything, make different decisions or whatever it needs to be for you. You know, it's not the only thing going on. Let me grab my notes here. We've got Mercury is trining Pluto this week. That's transformation in or through conversation. Mercury goes into Gemini, which is it's very comfortable in. So that could be opening up some communication this weekend. We have Venus square Jupiter. That's going to be a little bit of a tension with those communications, but it gives us an opportunity to really look at who we are, how we're being, what we're doing in relationships, whether that's, romantic, family, friends, whatever it is. So I actually wanted to dip into the Jupiter, I'm so sorry, Pluto into Capricorn. Pluto retrograde back into Capricorn. So I started just shuffling some cards, and I've got 3 cards that came out using the Labyrinth Tarot based on Jim Henson's The Labyrinth. Love this. Big David Bowie fan. So this is about our happiness. You've got the Nine of Cups here and the Three of Wands. What have we been manifesting for these last 18 years? We are being given an opportunity right now for the next, well, let's just put this in the next year, as Pluto goes back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius before it solidifies into Aquarius. I think it's late 2024, like September-ish. Don't I don't know. I'm not quite 100% about that. But it's given us a chance. We got the Knight of Junk here, which is the Knight of Pentacles. This gives us an opportunity to go back and really take our time, cleaning up, putting into solid fruition is the only word that I can come up with right now. What it is that's going to manifest our dreams, our wishes, our hopes, everything that we've wanted. Nine of Cups, it also is, Nine of Cups is also, it's going to be an opportunity to see where we have been overindulgent in things. I'm really picking up a lot of Taurus energy right now. It's got to be the Knight of Junk coming in here. We do have Taurus in the North Node, and that's really getting ready to switch signs on the 17th of July. So I know for a lot of us, this is going to be, going back into cleaning up the finances, taking responsibility for any debt that we have, making some solid plans to pay off that debt, which brings in more time for enjoyment and just anything that fills the heart. Opens up the door, Spirit is saying, to manifest whatever we want right now. But first we've got to clean up any of the lessons that we didn't fully learn in the last 18 years. For some, this is relationship. you know, these other transits are really coming into play and helping that out. Who were you in this relationship? How were you being? Was it authentic? Was it not? In really finding out once and for all what's really going to make you happy. What kind of relationship do you want to manifest? And then taking those deliberate, practical steps in manifesting that, you know, bringing that into fruition here. So I can feel how this is like combining all of these transits into the messages are really coming in now for that. So I want to grab some more. I want to get into an oracle. We're just using the Wild Harmonic Oracle. Just seeing what an overall energy. That's a lot. Not taking them. But yeah, this is a lot can come up here. One thing I did write down with this Pluto retrograde going back into Capricorn is this doing things for ourselves, building your own foundations. You know, if this is about removing yourself from situations, relationships that weren't in alignment with where you want to go now and what you want to do with your life, what you want to create. All right, so we've got 2 cards coming out, and I'm going to have to read these, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, inflammatory response, shadow of fire. There might be some, you know, with this Mercury energy in Gemini this weekend, there might be some fired up conversations. I will read more on that. And then I've got Fire of Celestial, Sovereign Equality. Where can we compromise is what I'm hearing there. Where can we compromise and not lose ourselves in the situation, whatever that is, whether that's your own personal situation with your finances, whether that's a relationship, a job. Let's take a look at these. I'm sorry, I've got hair that doesn't belong where it is. Alrighty. Let's see. This is not a card deck that it's not very organized in, oh please, I'm gonna have to look for this. Okay, got it. So the shadow of fire, the inflammatory response. I mean, look at that. That's just a lot of fire energy. Even though we don't have much fire energy going on, you know, we do have the Venus square Jupiter. Maybe this is what it is, you know, the conversation, watching your words. In what ways can I keep from causing further dramatic escalation? Absolutely. Being a part of the problem rather than the solution, aggravating the situation because of a lack of self-control. This card speaks of an unconscious patterned impulse to make things worse, usually to justify our perspective of how bad we think things are. Wow, yeah. It's just saying. It's just what I said, just watching your words. Some things may, I mean, yeah, look at the outside world. There's a lot that's escalating right now. I'm just going to keep saying it over and over again. Stay in your lane. You know, don't bother with anybody else's drama. Don't bother with what's on the TV. It's not real anyway. I mean, it doesn't give us all of it. Sovereign equality. Show me a card. I love this. I love these cards. How can I honor, respect the choices of others without diminishing myself? Yeah. How can you be in partnership, communication with others without losing yourself, without compromising your authenticity, your integrity? Very important to just, yeah, just stay in your lane. I've got written down next to the Venus square Jupiter, the tension is, it just might be a jolt to the system. It might be a jolt to your understanding of a situation even. I'm not saying this is you being, hot-tempered. This could be somebody else hot-tempered. If you're walking away from a situation, just for example, a job or a relationship, let's use a relationship, um, the other person might just be a little your news to them might not be a welcome conversation. That's the best way I can put that. How it's coming through. That's the best way I can put it. The softest way I can put it. Let's get some more energy here. I think I've got people walking dogs outside. You can hear all the other neighborhood dogs chiming in. Got some really big dogs in the neighborhood. They're really freaking cool too. I got one across the street. His name is Rufus, and they call him Roo. And when he barks, it sounds like he's going roo 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 roo. Oh, jeez. Barking 101 with Mary Jo. Queen of Wands. They're called Queen of Poles in this deck. Look at her. She's got that Madonna corset on. But she's protecting her energy is what she's saying. This is a great opportunity to remember to just keep your energy protected. Everyone else's drama is not your drama. Don't get involved. These cards are hard to shuffle. They're very thick cardstock. Taking this one. Oh, the World. Yeah, beautiful cycles closing out here. Interesting, because they're drawing my attention to the 21. The World is a 21 card, so over the next 21 months, that's nearly 2 years, we're going to feel the effects of this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, how it's waffling back and forth. It's really going to give us a lot of opportunities to clean up our mess and choose the right direction. See, this is a labyrinth. Which direction? Use your intuition. How do you get out of this or that, whatever you're in? How do you take control with the Queen of Wands here of your situation, of your life? I just feel like all of these transits, especially this Pluto going back into Capricorn, it's just a beautiful gift from the universe to get it right, to get on your soul's path so solidly. Clean up any debt, clean up any relationship patterns, clean up any of that, any lessons that came up for you over the last 18 years. They're gonna come back. I'm not gonna say they're gonna come back in the same intensity, but they're gonna make themselves known, so you can just clean it up, make better choices, do something that's more in alignment with your soul. See, stick together. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. Whatever you're creating, you're manifesting, it's definitely now putting us on the fated path. I'm really picking up a lot of use your intuition here. A lot of us have had our intuition really fine-tuned over the last 18 years with the situations we've been in. Fine-tuning the intuition. Yeah, we've got the Magician and the Three of Wands, both of my manifestation cards sitting just like that on my table. What are you manifesting? I'm hearing be very clear of what you want to manifest. Now I'm getting between 1 and 10 months. I don't know why this is coming through like that. I like that, but so maybe that's for somebody. I'm also noticing we've got the 10 and the 1, so 11 months. The months are coming in for me for some reason, but beautiful opportunities that are very faded, and you've been manifesting it all along. These transits, this Pluto. It's very interesting that because it's Capricorn, that's your foundation, that's your stability, that's authority. Yeah, taking control of your life. Now you get to manifest what you want, and it's in alignment with your soul's path. It's part of your fated journey. No more doing it for other people. No more doing it because you think or feel that others need you or want you to go in one way or another, one direction or another. Now you get to find your own way by using your intuition with that labyrinth. I've always wanted to go through a labyrinth. I never have. Like even those corn mazes. I would love to do that. Really fine tune the intuition and smelling your way through, feeling your way through, using the higher aspects to see the way through. Yeah, beautiful opportunities to use the intuition. What else, Spirit? Let's talk about this conversation, the communication that, with the transits this weekend. Mercury into Gemini, Mercury trine Pluto, transformation in conversation. Like speaking your truth, really finally putting something on the line here. With Jupiter squaring, Venus squaring Jupiter, remember, squares or tensions, remember that Jupiter expands anything. So if it's a heated conversation, it's going to escalate that. If it's a conversation of equality and integrity and authenticity, it'll increase that. And whatever energy you're going to put into it, that's what you're going to get, is what I'm hearing. What else? Tell us about this communication, opportunities. Aww. Got the star with teddy bear, Toby's teddy bear. Okay, I gotta look at this for a minute. 9 of, let's see. 9 of Pentacles. See, this is a little different deck, obviously. 9 of Pentacles, which is the 9 of junk in this deck, and then the Hermit. I think I'm going to have to watch this movie. I'm going to stream this movie today. So I've got 2 9s here, ending of a cycle. So I asked about the communication. I love this. So, for those who have been in the hermit mode and have found the higher wisdom that makes them, that assists them in being okay. 9 of Pentacles, it's being good on your own. It's, kind of a nod to this, being sovereign, on your own and not losing yourself in communication and conversations with others. You know, what did you learn? What have you learned in this hermit mode? If you've been in the hermit mode, you know, where have you, just plain and simple is coming through, is where have you seen the light? Where have you seen your light? Where have you seen what it is that you want? What have you discovered about yourself? For those who are not in the hermit mode, this is coming through that it may be a good time with this conversation and with this energy floating in the air. It may be a good time to just stick to yourself. Stick to yourself. Be good on your own. Create what you want to create here. Use the higher consciousness that you've learned and gained in other moments of being in the hermit mode, and really letting that shine through your own well-being is the word that or the phrase that I'm getting through. Very interesting message. I wasn't expecting that to come out for communication, but that's nice though. This is also an opportunity with these transits regarding communication. It's a great opportunity to learn more about yourself from your higher self. You know, like, you know, where is it worth my time and energy to speak up and where it's not, you know? And if you don't, are you good with that? Are you good on your own without speaking up in a situation? I'm getting with the star card. I'm getting with the star card. How's this coming through? Really taking notice of what you need to walk away from to move toward your wishes, to move toward what it is that you want to manifest, your wishes fulfillment. I've got both my wish cards here. I've got 2 manifestation cards here. What do you want to create? What do you want to create? These, I'm telling you, all these transits are moving us into the higher timelines. Knight of Wands here. What do you want to go for? Take the action to go for it. Page of Wands. Yeah. Open up the communication where you can. This is about maybe also having some good news come in from an outside source. Could be from your highest self coming through. But it's like getting jolts of inspiration. Maybe that's what that Venus square Jupiter means when I wrote down maybe a jolt. Maybe that's just something that comes in and really lights the fire under you, that moves you in a better direction, something that's more in alignment with your destiny, with your fated path here, where what you're meant to experience here in this life. Opening up the doors for you to create that for yourself now. No longer waiting on the universe. No longer waiting. Well, no, I'm not gonna. Let me rephrase that. No longer just sitting and waiting, but working with the universe. No longer waiting for others to come toward you for whatever it is you want. You taking the action if it's in your highest and best, interest. You choosing the highest timeline and going for it. That's what I'm hearing. Let's soften this up. So we started with a little bit of fire. Well, I don't know if we're going to soften it up with the water element, but we're going to maybe add a little steam. That's another thing that could happen. Venus square Jupiter. Maybe that'll create a little bit of passion. Steamy passion. Just make sure you want it. Just make sure you want it. I just heard that. Just make sure you want it. It might be easy and tempting, but just make sure you want it. Is it in alignment with where you're going and with what you want. That's how it's coming through. All right. I'm hearing 2 more shuffles. So this is the Healing Water Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. What are the messages of guidance, please, as we traverse these transits? Yeah, ride the waves, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Yeah, Pluto retrograde going back into Capricorn. Like I said, 2008, that's where we started this, all of this. What lessons have you learned? Let's go back. Let's take a look at them and ride them out. Allow that energy to move you into a higher timeline, into growth. Just flow with it. Just flow with it. And the other one is the sirens. Use your voice. Expansion, freedom. Beautiful Venus square Jupiter energy right there. Expansion, Jupiter. You know, freedom. Jupiter, again, is coming through as Jupiter. Use your voice. Speak from the heart, Venus. Speak your truth. Speak your authenticity. Expand yourself through the spoken word. That's why it's really important to stay away from this. And if you can't stay away from it, just show up as the highest and best version of yourself amongst this energy. It could escalate very quickly. Just remember not to lose yourself in it. You can still be involved in something like this with integrity. You can still come from the heart in it. You don't have to have tempers flared. You don't have to have raised voices. But use your voice in a loving way, in a productive way, and you will manifest. Everything you want to manifest. What do you want to create? Let these transits move you along, show you. Use your intuition. I think that's it. Yeah, it's a beautiful message. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. We'll speak to you soon.